Hello, I'm CJ Miller. I'm in Shreveport, Louisiana, downtown, across the Red River from beautiful Hoosier City, Louisiana, and I'm here at what is the aftermath of the day's activities. Of course, I went to the last two showings of the, movie fest, the movie prize part, and of course, then they've shown them all day at various venues, and then of course they'll show them tomorrow, and everyone gets a chance to vote. You get to vote. The 20 films are shown, broken into two sections: the orange section and the teal section, and then you get your pass, punched. And of course, you can vote online. You could get virtual and go online also. Of course, they do this for all the categories: music, the film, the comedy, just anything, the food. And so you can get tickets for all or just some of the activities that go on. I really enjoy the movies, and so film prize is what I like to participate in, and it's really fun. I love to do it, and I love to be told stories, and wow, right? And it's really it's fun to get dressed up and come out on the town. And of course, you can see them. If you want to, you can see movies one night and see music the next. You can break it up. You don't have to do it all at once. But I did all the movies, the short film, basically in one evening. And the reason why is because one evening means one fabulous outfit. I don't have to I don't have to pick out two or three different outfits for showing up at two or three different evenings throughout the couple of weeks that this thing goes on. But yeah, it was fun. And then, of course, we get to vote our top three in each of the categories: Best Actor, Best Actress, and, of course, Best Film. Those are the ones that we look at. We have and I thought it was in the country. Turns out in the world, we give the largest prize in the world for this type of festival. And what you would do is you would create your film, and first time entries to this festival only are accepted. So that's something. And, oh, we get across the street. These cars are coming and I'm dressed in black. I love being this close. See my apartment? You can see it. Quite literally, I can, yeah. They're right there. That's them. Those lights. Right there. So anyway, not that far. And I have really done well with the keto. I felt guilty. I went to a meeting last night. I still, I guess it was actually the night before last. It's after midnight now. But I had a brownie and 3 cookies, and so I really, made myself adhere to the keto protein only. And I'm still going to carry on with that going into tomorrow, and really for the weekend, really. Yay. I didn't even have popcorn at the movie. I did buy some swag, handkerchiefs, I bought one actually, and the person that I bought them from actually, gave me 2, and then of course, 2 of the same color. I think they were just kind of stuck together. I think it was an accident. I didn't realize it until later. But then I got to standing in line, waiting for entrance into the theater, and they came by, and they passed out a little bit of swag here and there, and I got another handkerchief. And so did the gentleman beside me, and I guess the other gentleman, who I think was his father, they looked so much alike, though generations apart, or at least a generation apart, that I was like, well, you know what? You need to get one too. So I gave him one of the spares. So I still have 2 handkerchiefs, and then of course I gave the bonus away because in that moment I figured maybe it wasn't an accident that 2 handkerchiefs clung together, and maybe I was supposed to give one to the person. You know, that way the older man could have something to remember the moment that he was sharing with the younger man, whom I just assumed they were father and son because they looked so much alike too. But you don't really want to assume. I didn't want to ask. You know, I mean, a nice little small talk is nice, but I try to avoid getting too personal in casual situations. You know, but yeah. It was a fun thing. It was a fun thing to do. I love downtown. I love. I'm kind of a person that is like, I'm good at an event like this, with a little casual small talk for just a few minutes, and then I got to move on to a different group of people, you know, and make like the little small rounds, you know. I either do that, or I either find a place, say if I'm at a party or something, then I'll find a place and I'll get planted, and I will let the people who are making the rounds come by and circle with me. But just really, unless I already know people, really longer conversations in a social settings or whatever, it's like it gets awkward. Like, okay, well, cool. So, what I can recommend to help with social anxiety, and I think we all have a little of that. You know, everybody that I've ever met seems to have a little social anxiety. I think a good way to do that would have an opening, a good casual, hey, you know, nothing that's creepy, like nothing like a pickup line at a bar or something like that. But just a casual, hello, how are you doing? Oh, great. It's wonderful for us to be here, right? You know, something celebratory in something like this. A little bit of banter if you happen to be standing in line, so it's not weird and everything like that. And then, by the way, you don't need a salutation and a greeting for you know, just casual hello, how you doing? And then when people are gonna move on, you don't necessarily have to have closure with you know, people who you are just meeting socially. like if we have to exchange a few lines, and then someone's going to step off and walk away, or maybe they get, you know, because conversations are like that, you know, someone's here talking, and then they get part of this group over here, and then they kind of start to walk away. Well, you don't have to be all like, oh, but wait, you know, we didn't say goodbye. How rude. It's not like that, you know, because you're going to be circling and spending time together for, you know, quite a few hours. So, but it's just a pastime, you know, it's just a social pastime, and you don't necessarily need immediate closure. But a good thing to do is to have a casual exit line in case you find yourself in a situation in which, well, gee, I've been here, and now I kind of want to see what else is going on. You know, and should you happen to be specifically engaged, but you want to disengage, but you don't want to be flippant or rude about it, and maybe you want to give a little bit more than an excuse me, you can you simply say, well, fascinating talking to you. I hope you enjoy your evening. I'm gonna make some rounds, or you know, whatever, you know. But you have a little exit strategy so that it can be a little bit more comfortable. That was the point of this video. Basically, not really. It was the point of this last little bit really, I just wanted to talk about having a fun time and getting out and meeting people and everything. But I get, sometimes uncomfortable in new social settings and moving in circles that I'm not too familiar with. So it's really good to have. I'm good, man. Thank you. I'm sorry. I don't carry any cash. So anyway, yeah. So I do live downtown. We do get people every once in a while. They'll say something. They'll hit me up for money or whatever. And I do look like I'm, dressed as if I'm carrying stuff for spare, but I'm really not. And I never really carry cash anyway. That's not a lie. And I doubt that he's got a Foursquare, one of those things that you swipe your card or something like that. And even if he did, my account's nearly tapped out. So, but no, the point of this that I wanted to talk about was just what a fun night, and go out and experience some things, with the group. And if for some reason your people have other things to do, but you really want to do it, go out and experience things. I do that all the time. I go to dinner by myself frequently. Well, a lot less frequently now that I'm saving, because if I want to take a trip, and I don't take a lot of them or whatever, but if I do want to take a trip, I'll go by myself if someone's not going with me or whatever. Flying solo doesn't mean that you can't still fly. So have fun with it. But like I said, I just wanted to I wanted to talk about a fun night. And when I start making these videos, I never know what I'm going to say or what I'm going to talk about. And I guess it ends on basically, a good intro for conversation, small talk or whatever, a good outro for stepping away from it, so that you can, oh good, well thank you. I enjoyed the conversation. Have a good evening, and move around and go, whatever, and, and if you get a chance, or if someone else gets a chance and they step away from your group, it's not a deep committed relationship in which you need closure. So don't get offended if you don't get a chance to say, oh, goodbye and good evening. It's not like that. Okay, love and light. Ciao, Bella. Good night.